like a Hellcat.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved on the centre map with Masterless. This is going to be an interesting episode in that what I actually planned to do with you guys today was to do a quick cave run in another cave that we haven't yet been in. But when I popped over there earlier just to have a look and scout it out, just to sort of, I was going to go in and do a quick check to see if there are any drops in there. There was a level 130 Megalosaurus at the actual entrance to the cave. So I think what we're going to do is to tame the Megalosaurus and see if we can fit a cave run in at the same time possibly, and depending on how long it takes. So obviously I've had to make sure I've got all the right gear. I've got my rifle sorted with some trank darts, 134 of those, which should be plenty. I'm just going to actually, while I'm here, I'm just going to quickly pop my scuba gear back in my scuba gear folder. And get this used scuba thingy back on the fabricator as well for some repairs. So yeah, so of course the thing that we do need for this is going to be some kibble, and we don't currently have any meat paste in it. So what we could potentially, well no, what we're actually going to need to do is to grab some meat and get this meat in the kibble maker. Let's just take half of that from there. So yeah, because obviously you know you need the meat paste to make the special kibble in this, and we're going to need to make some Megalosaurus kibble. So if I just quickly pop this in, and we can go and just create as much of that as we can get. So yeah, the thing is I've absolutely no idea how long it's going to take for us to actually get the Megalosaurus. And I'm actually going to quickly see if we can find that out with an Ark Taming calculator. Ark Taming calc. Let's quickly see. So if we go Megalosaurus, it was level 130, wasn't it? Yeah, so we're going to need... Oh, okay, so four Oviraptor kibble. Is that it? Yeah, 4. No way. Okay, so we just need 4 kibble then for the Megalosaurus, which isn't going to be too hard work, I don't think. So let's just see actually how much it takes for us to make one of them. So Megalosaurus foods, 30 meat paste, and we've just got 90, so yeah, that's 3 of it. Okay, that's not too bad. That's quite cool actually that we just need the 4 kibble. So it's not going to take us too long at all to get it. Now, and the reason I want to go for this is, I know it's not a max tame at level 150, but I've literally never ever had a Megalosaurus. I've never tamed one yet whilst playing Ark since they've come out. And it was literally, I mean, you'll see when we get there, it's right in the entrance to this cave. And I'm thinking, you know, why not tame it? Given that we're going to be looking to do some dino breeding soon and to get the dino sort of breeding pen base, if you like, up and running, I want to kind of get as many high-ish level dinos as I can. And for me, given that the traditional max level of the dinos in Ark was level 120, I think I'm going to tame anything above 120 that I see most of the time. If I ever come across something that's level 150, which is the max for the centre, I'm definitely going to go for it and see if I can tame, like, you know, whatever it is. But so we've got enough of this now once this one makes up. So we'll just go right ahead and grab this out and use that. So again, for those of you who've not yet seen this or not played the Ark Advance mods, when you've got the kibble maker and you make some of these like packets that you can see here, you actually have to press E or use on them to actually get it out. So there we've now got 4 Oviraptor kibble. I also think to make this tame a little bit more interesting, rather than me just flying over the Quetzal and of course just like picking it up, bringing it back here and just dropping it in the taming pen, we're going to go for the more legit tame, I think, for this, because yeah, I mean, anyone can just go and pick something. Oh, come on, get out. Anyone can just go and pick something up. Seriously? Seriously? There you go. Yeah, anyone can. I could fly over there, grab the Megalosaurus. Megalosaurus. What is with me? And just drop it in our taming pen out the. What's all about? Is that a wild dinosaur? Yeah, it's just one of those 3 things. I could just drop it there, but yeah, it's no fun. It's too easy. I mean, what's the fun in that? So now you'll also see, obviously, as I'm on my way over here, where the cave is. So I mean, our base is sort of near that stone pillar just behind me. And what we can do is, if we go pretty much straight this way, and just touch the little peak of this hill thing here with all the metal nodes on top, that just the other side of this bit of mountain we'll see a lake, and to the right of that lake as we're looking at it you get a big cave entrance, and that's where hopefully the thing's still going to be. Yeah, so there's the lake, look, which is always a good place for beaver dams as well, to grab some silica pearls, some cementing paste and some rare flowers and wood from those. And then as you can see, just past this tree, just here, is a randomly bloody dinosaur for some reason. And now inside here, let me see if I can land on here actually. I can. Perfect. Okay, so there is the Megalosaurus asleep over there. Now, I don't think that it can get to me up here, but just to be sure, I'm just gonna quickly fire one of the. Wait, what the heck? Ah, that's annoying. Okay, so we've got some spiders in here as well, which is going to make life a little bit more awkward. Yeah, for now, let's just go for this thing. Okay, he says that and then completely misses the shot. There we go. So, thing's now up. Let's get it to come over to us. Looks a bit drowsy, going a bit slow. We should be able to get a nice few headshots. What the heck? Yeah, I was about to say we should be able to get a nice few headshots on this thing, but it looks as though we probably won't. So just gonna have to keep shooting him in the tail, I guess. Which is obviously going to take quite a while longer to do, but I don't think the rifle's going to break. I mean, we've only just got a standard long net rifle at the minute, so it's not going to last forever. But we've got we've got another 126 darts, and I could always switch to the crossbows as well. You know, worst case scenario, so we should be good to get it. It's female as well, so it's, you know, you're going to be able to lay eggs, which is cool. What would also be great is if at some point I could find like a high level male as well. I think that would be pretty epic. To get the maybe they can be our first breeding pair. Don't have anything else yet in pairs that we can breed, so you know, it could be a decent shout. I also have absolutely no idea how strong these things are as well, or how weak they are, if that's what it turns out to be like. So yeah. I'm gonna go keep firing at its tail. Go down! Go down, Megalosaurus! Have another nap again like you're doing over there. Don't mind me, don't let me stop you from napping. So I don't know how many oh wait, hang on. No, that's normally, when they start running away like that, that's normally a sign that they're nearly knocked out. So, okay. They're very slow, aren't they? I'm not sure whether it's just like this one, or whether they are that slow in general. Because, I mean, if they are that slow, I don't really know what use it's going to... Are we not going to be able to hit this thing now? Okay, yeah, no, we can still hit it in the bum. This thing seems to be, like, obsessed with getting darts in his ass. Like, he just really doesn't want to show us his head at all, does he? It's actually not too bad a space from over there on that side of the cave as well, because you can sometimes get some nasty creepy crawlies and things spawning inside this room. Obviously with the spider down here that's trying to kill us. And if we can keep him over there, perfect. Yeah, so if we can keep him over there like that, which we've obviously done. Can I not ride this guy now? Because I'm new to the cave. No, okay, that's great. Okay, so the Megalosaurus is down in there. We know we've got some spider. There it is. So So as you can see, like in the caves, you can't fly around with any of your flyers, but you can walk them in, as we're doing with the quets at the minute. We've got kind of lucky this time in that there's nothing really in here that's going to bother us. I'm just going to drop the kibble on. We'll just get oh no. Okay, I need to run quite quickly. Hopefully they'll leave my Tame alone. Just going to try and knock out these scorpions actually, give them a taste of their own medicine. That's one down. This one here is level 90, so he's going to take a little bit longer. I just don't want them hitting the Tame at all or getting any damage done on it, because obviously that's going to affect the Taming effectiveness then, which we really don't want. Okay, that's 2 of the scorpions down. Could do with getting the spider down as well. It's a bit cruel though, isn't it? Not letting us. Can we not actually knock these things out? Okay. Taming drama, taming drama. So now we'll just kill these scorpions while they're knocked out. Just go ahead and take these guys out. So as you can see, like what I said, it looked like it was safe in the room. You know, famous last words. As soon as I said it looks like it was safe, things started coming out of the walls. So we'll just go ahead and clear them out. Okay, now, how's it affected the Tame? That is the question. I'm not going to find out just yet till the food's got down a little bit lower. I'm not quite sure how low the food needs to go for these things to eat it. I mean, we're down over 100 at the minute. 120, what, 5-ish that we're down now? Maybe it's 130 for these. But once it takes a bite of the kibble, we'll be able to tell. I don't like how my torpor is going up either. I'm going to set my Quetzal to neutral, because there's a good chance that we could get knocked out. So we're knocked out at the minute. So we're knocked out. The Tame's knocked out. The Quetzal's not knocked out, but it's on neutral, so it might be able to protect me if something. Okay, that was the Megalosaurus eating something. I thought maybe we were being munched on them while we were knocked out. But now I think we're good. We can now go and see whether the taming effectiveness of the Megalosaurus is going to be affected by those scorpions. Make sure they didn't hit him. Okay, yeah, cool. So no, they didn't hit him, so as you can see, the taming effectiveness is still on 100%. I think maybe it went down 150 food before it ate the kibble. So yeah, it's going to need 4 kibble at 27% of time. What is this thing doing out there, and why is it on low health as well? I mean, maybe it's starving, and it's just gradually losing health because it's stuck on the rock. Weird. Let's have a little bit of food. So, again, anyway, this is the cave that we're going to do the cave run for as well. We haven't brought anything with us to allow us to do the cave run this time. We normally use Grizz for the cave runs, the bear, who I'm probably going to bring back. Now, what's really cool about this cave as well is it's kind of short, and you get often you get 2 loot drops from in here as well. And as you know, the cave loot drops along with the sea loot drops are the strongest in the game. They seem to be way better than the land loot crates that you get on this. So yeah, but it's also one of the easier caves I think that you've got on the islands. If I just open up the map, so I think as you're looking at the map, you can't quite see it at the moment, but if you look at about 20 latitudes and probably also about 20 to 25 longitude, you've got an ice cave up there at the top left, which is I think the hardest cave, and you've also got the right north there where you can sort of just see kind of like centre top of the map, and that's the volcano island, and there's another cave in there as well which is a little bit harder. This is definitely the easier of the 3. And of course we've got the cave that we did the cave run for a few episodes ago, which was probably like maybe like a medium difficulty cave. This is by far the easiest. Should maybe eat again. No, wait, that's 350. Yes, it's going to take a while. So hey, I mean, because we're not going to be doing the cave run just yet, and because we haven't got any of the dinosaurs with us that will allow us to do the cave run, and I'm certainly not going to go equipped with just like, you know, things to knock dinosaurs out with, no machine gun or even pistol or anything. I'm not going to go and run this on my own. So what I'm going to do is just going to take it out from now and wait till this thing's a little bit closer to taming up, and then bring you back in again so that we can have a look at its stats and then fly it back to base. And there's actually something else I want to show you back at base that's a surprise tame I've got offline as well, which I can't wait for you to see. So yeah, I'll bring it back into you again in a few seconds, and yeah, I'll see you then. Okay people, welcome back, and unfortunately I did something stupid and knocked it out, put the kibble on it, put some narcs on it, didn't bother feeding it any of the narcs, left it, and it woke up and ate all of the kibble before it finished taming. I think it was on about 50% tame. So I've now got to go back to the base, make up 4 more kibble for the Megalosaurus, and then come back and start the process again. Yeah. So, I'll bring it back in a few minutes again, once I've obviously gone back to the base, made some more kibble, brought that back, knocked it out, and have it down again then, on the floor. So, I'll bring it back to you again, once I've re-downed it and re-knocked it out again, and obviously it's just about to tame up. I'll try and bring it back to you at that point. But I mean, I suppose while I'm at base as well, I can also look into unlocking a saddle and creating one of those for it, so that when we go back we can maybe give it a quick try out, potentially even in the cave. So yeah, thanks a lot, and I'll see you again in a few seconds once we're a bit closer to taming it up. See you then. Okay, we're back. We got back to the cave entrance, and there it is. I'm thinking that we might lure it outside this time, you know, and then take it back to base, so that we can tame it there, build up a saddle for it, and then ride back if need be. So yeah, I mean, what do you think we should do? Should we... Why is it so slow? Can it not run? Yeah, should we go for it? Should we do it here? Should we take it back to base? Can we pick it up? It's probably the first relevant question. Yes, we can. And looks like it hits us for 120 damage a time as well, which is pretty good actually. Obviously that's going to get higher as well once we've tamed it up a bit more. Looks like that's one of the allies' little outposts of mine that they've got there. So yeah, I think we are going to run it back to base. It's mainly just because I can get headshots on it from the taming pen. And obviously with the fact that we'd already downed it inside the cave and fought off the dinos at the start of the video, I don't want to have to maybe go through that again as well. And then, I mean, I'm definitely not letting it wake up this time. But yeah, seeing as was like skipping out the sort of the waiting game part, I'll just drop it in here, get a few headshots on it, knock it down, or knock it out, and then I'll tune it back in, as I've said, once it's nearly ready. So as you can see, got it now, holding it there. Just going to pop him down inside the taming pen. He's now should now be down in there. Where is he? Or she? There she is. So as you can see, we can now get some headshots, potentially, hopefully, without falling in. So this will be a lot quicker. It took us a decent number of our shots last time to get it down. Should be a lot less now. I'm really intrigued by the fact that it looks like they can't run. I'm going to have to work out whether that's like something that applies to them while they're wild, or whether that's going to affect us as well. Once we've got it tamed. I've checked and it's 50 engram points to get the saddle made up for this thing, and I do have 53 at the minute, but I really wanted to unlock the motorboat for another episode so that I can get pretty cool boat designs going on and take it out and show you some of those. But for now, we'll just keep getting this thing down. I mean, you know the drill, we've been here before, we've had the Deweds in here, and we've had other dinos in here as well. I try not to do this on cam too much of the time because it's just boring picking up a tame and dropping it in here, but I mean, hey, you'd already seen me knocking out inside the cave and then have a little bit of a battle afterwards, so you know it's legit. I don't like to do anything in Ark that isn't legit. I think it sort of ruins the game. There we go, nice headshot on him again there, and a second. Yeah, there we go, shouldn't be long at all now. before this thing's down. Maybe one more after this, surely, in the head. Surely that should be enough now. Put one more in the back of him. Okay, and another one. It's been a lot more stubborn this time, actually. Come on. I like how they've changed the music again, I think. Like, the music you can hear right now, I'm sure that's slightly different to what it was a few days ago. Not sure whether they changed something there. Is that his head sticking? Can we... Yes, we can. We can just get him in the side of the cheek. The face cheek. Come on, dirty minds. It's taken surprisingly. There we go. Now he's down. So as you can see, now we can just drop in here, pop the new kibble on him that we've created, and more importantly this time, keep an eye on its torpor. Okay, all is good. All is good. I think we can just chill and leave this for a bit now. Can't we? Yeah, okay. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to bring it back in, and once it's nearly tamed up, and then I want to quickly show you something else that we've got inside the base, which I think you're going to like. And yeah, I'll see you again shortly. Okay, just bringing it back in for a second, because I'm not sure whether this is a mechanic that the devs... It must be a mechanic the devs have changed with Ark. But essentially, it's taming bar, even though I had to knock it out again, as it remembered where it was before, which I find really weird. Amazingly helpful, but really weird. So we're already at 76.2% with it having eaten one of the kibble. So, I mean, yeah, I have no idea when this became a thing, but it looks like, I'm going to have to read up on it to find out exactly how this works, but if you've been in, if you're in the middle of taming a dinosaur, and for whatever reason it's waking up, and I find it hard to believe that this one woke up with... I genuinely have absolutely no idea why this thing would have woken up, you know? No idea at all. Because there's no way, I don't think, that its torpidity could have dropped as low as it did in the time that it had. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happened with this, whether it is a new mechanic that the devs have added, or whether there's some sort of weird glitch that happened, or whether it's something unique to these guys, to the Megalosaurus, and they have some sort of weird thing about them that means that they do wake up and remember the taming. So, what I'm going to do is take a couple of these back, just in case it wakes up again, so we don't lose all of the kibble. And, I mean, yeah, and just see what happens. Hopefully it won't wake up. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm half tempted to not sort of wait for it offline and to let you watch this, then to see if anything similar happens again. I'm just conscious though that we've still got another 100 food for it to go before it's done. But yeah, really weird. Absolutely no explanation for that. I've definitely got a Google search in me off the back of this recording to find out what causes that. And when it was changed as well, because that's quite generous of the developers. Because I mean, the number of times in the past that I've gone to tame something and it's woken up, especially things where the torpor drops really, really quickly, like gigas. Gigas are the worst for this. They're an absolute nightmare if you let them wake up, and their torque goes down so quick. So it's really generous of the devs to have added this to the game. If it is that you can knock a dino out, tame it up a bit, it'll wake up and then you get it back down again within maybe like a certain time frame or something, and it remembers the taming percentage that you're up to. But yeah, I've no idea. No idea. I'm happy about it, but hey, not going to complain. How's it doing? Okay, so it's got a little bit longer left. In fact, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to show you the thing that I wanted to show you now. I'm going to do it. So yeah, so I'm walking backwards for a reason. All will become clear shortly. So I'm just walking back. I know where I'm going. Trust me, trust me. Come with me this way. Come with me this way. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to show you the inside of Grizz. That's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you is... You ready? You ready? Well, ladies and gentlemen, over there is Moses, the mosasaur that we tamed before. As you can see, there he is. And over here is Mo, our brand new mosasaur that we picked up, and it was a kibble tame at level 120. And this thing is an absolute beast, like stats wise. I mean, look at its stats. If I go up to this thing and just open up the menu, I mean, I think I've only put one level into it so far, and it started off with 10,000 health. It gets 500 health points per each level, and it's melee damage. I haven't actually tried it out on anything yet or attacked anything with it, so I don't know what damage it's going to do. But look at this. Just put 2 points into its health. It's at 11,022 right now. 12,044. It's an absolute beast. So I think that is definitely our strongest dinosaur that we've got. It doesn't actually have, now I'd say it doesn't have as much health as Big Bird, save in the pen over there, but Big Bird's had a ton of levels pumped into him, and this guy's had like practically none. So yes, that's what I wanted to show you. We've now got that. I noticed, I mean, and when I was out in the ocean as well looking for that, before I got the tame, I did see a giant squid. I saw some of those dunkliest whatever dinosaurs that run under the water, loads of anglerfish, all sorts. So yeah, so that, I mean, it's going to be cool to go back out in the ocean with that, I think, because it should be. Oh, okay, phew! I literally thought the Quetzal's face was the face of the Megalosaurus, then, and it was just going to start chomping on us or something when we walked outside. How are we going? Yeah, okay, so you can see we're nearly there now. So we need 6250, we're on 6270. And then this thing should be done. Now, again, stats on this at a base level, and this is before, obviously, it's leveled up or before the tame's finished. It's got 6,355 health, which isn't bad, not to be laughed at. I think we saw it do, what was it, like 130 something damage? I think we're going to go ahead and call this girl... we'll call her Sleep with an E, make it a bit more feminine, because they obviously kill up into balls and sleep. So yeah, as you can see here, so the health is 9,430, which is pretty good. Stamina is 810, which isn't too good to be honest. Melee damage 266.9, so not a bad start there. Weight's okay. Torque no one cares, food no one cares, oxygen no one cares. And here it is. So wait, sleep debt. Harvest settings? Dino, what's all this? So I said the devs have, yeah, just they're working on the interface. So I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm assuming that once that fills up and gets to 120, this thing has to go to sleep. Although we don't know yet. I'll see if I can pick him up and see if we can bring him back to the dino pen. Oh no, he's hit the frigging pillar. Now he's in midair. Perfect. And now he's down there again. No, wait, what's it doing? Come here. Okay, do you know what? We're just going to leave it. We'll leave him up in the nap. So yeah, so that's it. So we've got the thing finally tamed up. Sorry for the faffing around and how long it took. Obviously it wouldn't normally take us that long. We've introduced you to Mo over here. Okay, no, I was just seeing if we could land on the back of Mo. You can see, I mean, look how big he is as well. You can see how much bigger they are than Megalodons, given that Finn right there that's next to him, that's our Meg. It's ridiculously small compared to it. So yeah, absolutely chuffed to have got Mo. It's going to be key for us to do loads of ocean related things in some future videos on Ark, which again I'll be bringing to you soon. But yeah, thanks very much for tuning in for this episode. It's been great having you along. Please subscribe and drop me a thumbs up if you like what you see. Also, more than welcome to come and look me up on Twitter and have a chat with me there. It'd be great to talk to you all. And yeah, I'll see you again for another episode of Ark Survival Evolved on the Centre soon. Until then, have a great day, have a great week, whatever. I'll see you back soon. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.